whole Antarctica and what's going on in Antarctica and why it's a no-fly zone and why people aren't just allowed to, voyage into Antarctica and do our own research and
No
just
country
travel.
has a claim to Antarctica.
But government militaries are over there though. That's
Yeah,
the thing,
all
and
of
it's
them.
big enough. It's big enough that, and I think I said that to you maybe on a podcast or maybe off the air. I believe I said to you like I find it strange that here in the regular world, a lot of these countries are at odds and taking military action against each other. But these same governments have agencies over in Antarctica and they coexist that we know of. We don't really hear about any real fallout or really real war going on in Antarctica.
Well,
So it makes you think something must be going on over there for them to be able to cordially coexist on that continent and it not be any strikes against each other.
well,
It
here's
has
my
to be some
theory.
kind of. Go
Here's my
ahead.
theory on Antarctica, or my hypothesis, should I say, not a theory, but my
Mhm.
hypothesis on Antarctica.
Mhm.
I believe that global warming is real.
Mhm.
I believe
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Hold on, hold
Absolutely.
on, hold on. I
Yeah.
believe that we can see significant different changes around the globe of different effects of global warming. One of these
Absolutely.
effects of global warming, I believe, is Antarctica losing its ice and its ice shelf. And I think it's
Uh-huh.
starting to reveal certain things that were covered
Right.
under ice. These
Right.
governments are starting to report back, and these governments are starting to go back and with great care and concern on what's going on. While
Right.
and not what's going on with global warming, but what's
Right.
going on inside of Antarctica. These
Right. So
things are
they
starting to
found. So
are
they found Megatron.
they may have. They may have, for all we know. I
Yeah.
mean, I've
Yeah.
seen things where it's like online where, I mean, granted, I don't know if how valid the source is or whatever, but it just makes you think. Where they were talking about there's pyramids on Antarctica that were
Yeah.
recently discovered because they were covered up with all the snow and ice,
Mhm.
and now
Right.
because of global warming, that ice is melting, that snow is melting, and it's starting to
Mhm.
appear. To me, that's interesting because, okay, what if there was a civilization on Antarctica? Are they still
Right.
there? Have they been under the ground this whole time?
Right.
What is that? Well,
You
what
know
is
what I
it?
you know what I find interesting? There was I believe it may have been the History Channel, and I hold no guarantees on whatever even they report, but something that revealed that synced to reveal the outlining of a grand, huge ship of some type, and they were questioning. I guess they couldn't really reach it at the time, but they were questioning: Is this potentially Noah's Ark? Were we the historical myth of Noah's Ark?
I think
And
I see that.
yeah, and what it brings the question, well, off the top, just from what we know about civilization and mankind and the goings on of human, the Cro-Magnus man right now, um, it's fairly a no-brainer to consider that yes, the ice shelf is melting and certain natural elements to that region that can be more than likely used as, of course, a weapon. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
or could possibly be something that we consider precious minerals because really we put the value in those things.
yeah.
Gold is not shit without us saying
Or it
the
could
shit
be
that
ancient knowledge that we don't
whatever
have.
it is. I mean, I'm just talking about on the basic. Ancient knowledge would be a tier above what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it could be material minerals, natural minerals
Resources.
that the resources that can be used for military advancement,
Well, yeah.
for medical advancement, whatever, and they want to have put a stake to the claim in it. Now, that's kind of like a no-brainer. That would make sense. Well, there's a huge cachet of fuck it, even if it is gold or silver or
It could be
anything,
lithium.
whatever it is. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what
That would
lithium
make
is used
sense.
for, right?
No, break it down to me.
Lithium is used to power your cell phone batteries, laptop batteries, Tesla
Okay.
car batteries, just batteries in general, lithium ion.
Okay. Well, duh. I do know that is that, but I mean, I thought you were going to say something different.
But that's a huge resource.
It's a huge resource, but I'm quite sure it could be used for something else too. You know
lithium?
what I mean? Yeah.
That's the main resource that lithium is used for because of its properties to store electrical charges.
Yeah, which just to our knowledge though, but this is where I'm going with that. Just to our knowledge, that's the main use of it. But here's the thing: if it's a potential hidden knowledge or ancient historic knowledge, maybe that knowledge will provide secondary use for lithium that we have not, gained access to the technology to endorse it amongst the greater masses. The problem with that is when it comes to governments, it's almost never that whatever resources they find and they integrate into the public, it's almost never that it's just for the good of mankind. It's almost always, let's see if we can find some way to destroy.
It's good for the government, and then we'll filter it down to mankind once we
on the most minute standard. We'll filter it down to mankind, because right now, what I found out the way to do is kill. You know what I'm saying? To kill sufficiently and quickly and great quantities of the enemy. That's what I found. Oh, but it also,
fuck all that. We'll deal with that later. We need to kill first.
Yeah. Well, it eases respiratory. So
It's on the list that says kill first, questions later.
Benefits later. So, when it comes to conspiracy theories, bro, there's all kinds of them out there. You mentioned the whole alien. Yeah, that's been going on since
for ages.
I forget, what was it, Roswell, whatever it was.
But look, it goes further than that. It goes further than that.
Yeah.
It goes back to times of what I want to say the days of yore, but it's not. It's not really the days of yore. It's back to the times of when you had these painters painting pictures, and you have
in caves. Yeah, in caves.
The Indians even have it. They say they're the Space Brothers came down and showed us all this. It goes all the way down to the Mayans, the Egyptians. I mean,
here's the thing here's the thing that is that I find interesting when it comes to just that specific subject on conspiracy theories. There are ancient civilizations, brother. Ancient, so some of which that don't even exist no more, right? The movie, they had a movie. What was that movie? Prometheus, I think it was
Prometheus,
called.
The Aliens movie.
Yeah. And the entry part of that movie, the intro part of that movie, actually is a real thing that we've seen archaeologists report back to the world. There are caves and hidden tunnels from an ancient civilization that's no longer here, where they have paintings of some sort of being other than the little man drawing that they may have in this cave. Be it that the stature is bigger, the size is bigger, and there's always, once these ancient languages are translated, even though we don't know that we can trust the translation, there's always some kind of the star people, the sky people, the gods, the this, the that, whatever they called it.
Angels.
And these are civilizations that, from at least the knowledge that we know, would not have had contact with each other.
Yeah.
All the way across the globe. Yeah. All the way on the other side of the globe.
The Olmecs.
Yeah.
Easter Islanders.
And the thing about it is, we've since learned.
Yo, it's the ugly. I'm about to break it. Man, fuck that. Check it out. Power and momentum. Vocal bullets bring the holes to your building. Same time, feed the souls of your children. Closed minds get exposed to the vision. Same time, double-edged sword to the throat of the serpent and kingdom. Kinda hard not to walk in the blues. Hard to walk the avenues where they ain't got no shoes. So we change the